9:38 Central African time, and you're still tuned in to News and Views on myself, Salaila Makudir, and we're going to be widening our lens to international news now, focusing on the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. It is not only one of Islam's holiest sites and cities, it is also one of the world's most historically and archaeologically significant places. This week, a fresh concern has emerged. This after religious graffiti was reportedly found sprayed onto ancient stones within the Al-Aqsa compound in occupied East Jerusalem. The incident, as expected, has drawn condemnation from Palestinian authorities and heritage advocates who say it is part of a growing pattern of damage and provocation at a site revered by billions and billions of people around the world. And just beyond the political tensions that we all know and understand, the incident also raises very, very, I think, serious questions about the protection of cultural heritage during times of conflict and what damage has actually been done thus far. So why do these ancient stones matter, and what are the broader implications, for one, of the world's, I think, most contested religious landmarks? Well, we're going to be answering those questions, and joining us to do so from Jerusalem is Sister Abeer Zayyad, a Jerusalem-based archaeologist and humanitarian. Sister Abeer, assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah so much for joining us.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you, brother?
I'm well. Jazakallah so much for joining us, and it's always a pleasure to chat to you and to see you.
It's a pleasure to see all of you, and hope that all of you are safe and in a good health, inshallah.
Ameen. Jazakallah so much for that. I want to jump straight into our conversation. Can you begin by describing what exactly happened at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound? What do we know about the graffiti that was found, and what does it signal for you at this point?
Let's start from what is happening now while we are speaking. While we are speaking now, Ben Gvir is inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque. More than 3,000 settlers had been entered to Al-Aqsa Mosque till now. Since yesterday, we are not allowed to move in the old city or around it. The whole old city is blocked. They tried to attack many houses yesterday at night. So the situation is very sensitive. The graphic that had been found in Al-Aqsa Mosque is just far from the process that is going by the Zionists to take over the Masjid Al-Aqsa and to have the plan of building the temple. So what is written in that place, it was connected with the temple issue, and also with the beliefs of these people. Normally, this area in Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is the eastern part from the mosque, especially at morning, are not allowed for us as a Muslim to be in that side. The police will be there all the time. They will judge anyone of us who going on that direction, and not allowed for us to be there. Also, our guard is kicked out from the settlers group. So this writing, it was happened in front and with the help of the Israeli police. So it's not something that had done without their knowledge. No, it's something that had done by their knowledge. They know that that this is happening. They know that they enter these painting with them, and they watch them while they are doing this. So this is something that had done with full support from the police, like what is happening now with the full support of the police of attacking Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Ben Gvir, the attacking the street, and also Ben Gvir yesterday attacked Salah ad-Din Street and forced himself in the main street of Jerusalem, and was threatening the people that that he will kick them out from the city, and he was saying that the city is belong for him and is for his family.
You speak about Ben Gvir right now as we speak, being in Al-Aqsa. Do we know why? What was the purpose of his visit?
Today, the Jewish have the day of memory of demolishing the temple. Of course, this memory that they have it every year and they fast in this day, it's become a day that they are attacking Al-Aqsa Mosque in it. Even that they does not have any archaeological evidence to support this claim, but even that they still attacking the mosque every year in the same date, and also they use this date as a way to attacking us and to attacking the city. So this is something that is continuously happening, and it's as we said, is connecting with the destruction of the temple, as they say. Of course, there is no archaeological evidence to support that there was a first temple or Suleiman temple, or that it had been destroyed and the date of the destruction. So all of this is just a claim that they have it, and they use this claim to attack Al-Aqsa Mosque and attack the people around Al-Aqsa Mosque.
I want to come back to the defacing, the graffiti on some of these ancient stones. For our listeners, maybe who have never visited Jerusalem, can you maybe just explain and give insight on why these ancient stones are so significant from both an archaeological and a religious perspective?
Jerusalem is a very old city, and we have archaeological remain in all buildings. So anything is inside the city is archaeology. But this is not only about archaeology; it's also about doing this damaging for apart from Al-Aqsa Mosque and inside Al-Aqsa Mosque to claim their ownership of the place. So we are not just speaking about archaeology or about that they are destruction some of the archaeological remains in the mosque or in the city, because they are continuously doing this. But it's more like a political statement that they own the place. And this is the danger about this graphic that had been done.
I want to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to, look at maybe the extent of the damage, because I'm pretty sure most of our listeners here in South Africa are concerned. From what you've seen, how serious is the damage? Is it something that can be cleaned, or that could have, I think, what all of us fear, like lasting scars on the side?
It could be healed, but I don't think that the Israeli police will allow for us to heal it. We can fix it, we can clean it, but the main problem that we can't do that without the permission of the Israeli police, because they are controlling everything that is happening. So anything that we are doing is controlled by the Israeli completely inside the mosque. So the police, they know exactly about this, and they can stop it from happening, but they allowed for it. And I don't think that they will allow for us to clean it, because it just far from declaring that they own the place. So it will not be easy. As today, only the worker of Al-Aqsa Mosque are allowed to enter to the mosque, and they did not allow for anyone else to enter to the mosque. A lot of people are waiting outside. A lot of street from yesterday is not allowed for us to use it, even it's our own street. A lot of youth had been attacked yesterday. Some houses had been attacked yesterday. All of this is with the agreement, with the approval from the Israeli police, and with their knowledge. So we are not speaking about if we can fix it, or if we can solve this issue. We can, but the problem that we will not be allowed to do that.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, I want to look at the pattern of some of these incidences, and most importantly, the extent of the damage that they've caused, and how the rest of the world should be reacting to it. But we'll do that right after this.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and Freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al-Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al-Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities, conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities. Your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al-Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
Africa. Give the gift of clean water with Africa Muslims Agency. With every water well or borehole you donate, your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 17,000 Rand in Africa or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Ten minutes before top of the hour, 10, you're still tuned in to News and Views of myself, Salah Makudir, and I'm still in conversation with Sister Abeer Zayyad, who's an archaeologist and someone who's has a very, very, I think, deep insights when it comes to the old city of Jerusalem and the Al-Aqsa compound. And we're having a conversation around a really concerning development, religious graffiti, which essentially defaced some of the stones at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And Sister Abeer, thank you so much for joining us. Before we went on to that short break, I wanted to touch briefly on a concern that a lot of heritage groups have expressed when it comes to some of these incidences that are, or looks like that, like they're not isolated. From your observation as someone that is in such close proximity with the Al-Aqsa compound, over the years, have we seen an increase in the damage and the vandalism of Al-Aqsa Mosque? And also, how does that threaten the integrity of such a very, very historic site, both for, you know, Muslims and for Christians and for people, I think, all over the world that love history and that love to learn about it?
As you see, since the occupation started today, there is a lot of changing that is happening. And all the time they try to change the archaeological stuff, from names, from damaging it or covering it or hiding it. The idea at the end is to have a city that have only one identity, is the Jewish identity. So what is the graphic now? Just far from a whole plan that they are doing. A lot of damages had been done in Al-Aqsa Mosque. Also, the digging underneath of Al-Aqsa Mosque put a lot of the building in let's say, in a dangerous situation from collapsing, from damaging, and without allowing for any renovating. All of this is just making all these archaeological building in a danger of being destroyed or erased completely. This is happening for all the archaeological building in Jerusalem, but mainly in Al-Aqsa Mosque. The main goal, as we said before, that they want a city that have only one identity, one people. They does not want to see any Muslims, any Christian. They does not want to see any sign for Muslims or Christian in the whole city. And this is just part from this. So to think that this graphic written is the danger thing, or is the first thing, is it's not the truth. The reality that there is more dangerous stuff that is happening with the digging underneath of the mosque, with the digging underneath of the houses, with taking the places, destroying archaeological evidence, which is more harder than this graphic. And this graphic is just a way of announcing of ownership, but the damage which is happening is more above this and more affected than, and it can't be replaced like this graphic. This graphic, we can clean it, but the damages when building are collapsing or taking out archaeological evidence from their places, or hiding archaeological evidence, the effect is more higher and more danger than just a graphic to happen in the eastern part. The eastern part, it's all of it is taken by the Israeli. All the eastern part is controlled by them, and this is more danger. The allowing of the settler to do what they are doing in the mosque now, or in on the graphic, or the digging, is high danger. And this is just, as we said at the beginning, it's just going more and more in the steps of taking Al-Aqsa Mosque to build the temple.
Lastly, before I let you go, Sister Abeer, I think one thing that you've always reiterated is the fact that the defense of the Al-Aqsa Mosque starts with the Ummah, the Muslim populations outside of Jerusalem from different parts of the city. South Africans, in this case, have been very integral in that, visiting the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the compound and the old
But
city.
since the war is not the same.
Yes. I wanted to touch on that, on the impact of the fact that, since October the 7th, and then subsequently after the various, I think, military exchanges in the Middle East, how has it been? Are people still allowed to come in? Have you seen the numbers dwindle? And what has been the impact of that?
It's allowed to come in, especially for the tourists. When they come, the majority are allowed to enter. The main problem that there are not enough people that are coming, not enough tourists that are coming. Last week there was some of people from South Africa. There was in Al-Aqsa Mosque nowadays few people from Britain also, they are here, but you are speaking about a few numbers which can't be full up the masjid. What we need is a whole groups of people that are coming all the time to fill up the masjid. I know that some people are scared, but if they are scared, they forget the main thing that is mentioned in the Quran, that if it's your time, it's your time. It does not matter where you are. And that what is written for you, it will happen. So you does not need to worry so much about these stuff, because what's written Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for you, it's what will happen. You need to do your duty as a Muslim of protecting the place and to come and to visit Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is order from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam for us as a Muslims, and we need to follow these orders.
No, most definitely, Sister Abeer Zayyad, Jerusalem-based archaeologist and humanitarian. Jazakallah so much for joining us. Always a pleasure.
Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum.
There we go. Yeah, I think a very important conversation when it comes to helping us understand, I think, not only the historical significance of Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, but also why protecting cultural and religious heritage matters during times of conflict. And it's very concerning, the fact that the numbers of people that are supposedly the custodians of Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is the Muslim Ummah, I think, in essence, are not making their way there, which paints a very, very bleak picture on the future of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And we could potentially, God forbid, see it being reclaimed by very unscrupulous forces. We've come to the end of today's edition of News and Views. Thank you so much for joining us for the past 2 hours. If you missed any of the interviews that we conducted today, you can head over to our social media platforms. Just search @Salam Media on YouTube, Facebook, and X, and you'll be able to watch and listen to them live. Otherwise, if you want to listen on the go, head over to our Spotify channel to listen to the podcasts that have been uploaded there for your convenience. Otherwise, you can head over to our website, www.salammedia.com, and you will be able to read about some of these stories that we touched on. You can be able to look at some of the videos that are uploaded there and the wonderful content that was uploaded by our online team. Otherwise, from myself, Salailo Makwidere, and the rest of the team, bye for now. We'll be with you again next week for the Tuesday edition of the show. Inaid Wadi will be coming back tomorrow for the Juma edition of the show. Monday, Julie Ali will be giving you news and views as it's always the case. But as for you and I, we're going to leave it here for now. Thank you. Shap shap.